So where do they go from here? We've talked about what they need to clean up. They play McNeese State this week. That they've got them, and then they've got Tennessee. What do you want to see Florida do against McNeese State that they couldn't do against Utah?
To me, it was the most concerning thing to me was you looked Thursday night in a season opener, prime time. You looked like it was the first week of spring practice, false starts, illegal formations, just procedural things that when you have a staff of 1,827 shouldn't be an issue. So to me, that was really concerning. Clean that up. I'd like to see you get back to running the ball. I think this team needs to be a running team first. If Graham Mertz is throwing 44 passes, the game's not going well, in my opinion. That's not Florida's identity. So I want to see you run the ball, get the offensive line some confidence, and it's a huge game the following week. Don't do an old FAU or UL from years back where we're still talking about football in the fourth quarter.
Yes. No. What was the game? The one before Dan Mullen got fired. Who was it that hung 50 on him?
Oh my goodness! I can't remember. But then they live streamed dancing.
2 years ago, and I can't remember it either. It was horrible.
Man.
But yeah, you can't have that. Are you surprised? Because this is the part that shocks me is basically what everybody at Florida has said during the Billy Napier era is he's very fastidious. The attention to detail is incredible. That's the part that felt most disappointing the other night was the attention to detail didn't seem to be there. Like you go watch, a guy we've talked about a bunch in this episode already, Deion Sanders, they look pretty smooth operationally. They didn't have, they had, I think 4 or 5 penalties total in the whole game. So that's a first year staff that had players that didn't play for them last year. Like they flipped the whole roster. So it's not impossible with players you've had to look like they've been practicing.
Yeah, and listen, it's I forget the president, but the buck stops here. Everything will fall on Billy Napier's desk. Eisenhower. Everything will fall on Billy Napier's desk. But I'm also a big proponent of you hire smart people and then let them do their job. So I don't know that it's Billy Napier's fault per se that you have 2 guys wearing the same jersey number on a punt. But Billy Napier is the guy that hired the analyst who is getting the guys ready to go on the field. So everything will fall on his shoulders. What do you do to fix it this week? Because the stuff that happened on Thursday night is inexcusable, especially going into your 14th game. This is stuff that all offseason we heard. The operation is better. It's the year 2 for the players, but for the coaches as well. It looked like game 2, not year 2 on Thursday.
Harry Truman, by the way, not Eisenhower. Give him hell, Harry. Sorry. My apologies.
Live fact check.
So how would you assess Graham Mertz? Because you mentioned if he's thrown 44 times, the game plan has probably gone awry. How did he handle that situation where he was under pressure significantly for a lot of the night?
He's a tough son of a gun, Andy. There was that one first down he ran. He got clobbered, kind of had to peel himself up. There were some lookout blocks from his offensive tackles throughout the game. And I think he wouldn't throw his offensive line under the bus. He said, I could have gotten better protection. I could have gotten the checks and I could have done this. And I was like, you don't need to throw your offensive line under the bus. You're going to watch film tomorrow. And that will do it for you. I was impressed with Graham. And I think as he's gone, I was very underwhelmed in the spring. As he got more comfortable with the playbook, I think he knows who he is. He's not afraid to throw a check down where Anthony Richardson might have tried to run 90 miles an hour or throw a ball 90 miles an hour into a tight window. So I was impressed with Graham. I think he is a leader. I think the team kind of looks to him, and that's credit to him for doing that in such a short period of time. I don't think he's going to lose you many games. I also don't know if he's going to win you games by throwing the ball 40, 35 times a game. So I think Graham Mertz is a game manager. That shouldn't be a dirty word when we're talking about quarterbacks anymore. And he can win Florida games, but he's going to need help from the guys around him.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.